Welcome back, everyone. My name is Kaz.
This is Medibot.
And this is Mario or Luigi Superstar Saga bonus content. That's right, we've already shown you all the plot, and you've seen the credits. And this is, some of the Game Boy player options. This is what I was playing with.
Meta options edition. Oh, well, in space.
This is what I was playing with the whole time. So Medibot and I only got a smaller portion of the screen. I've been cropping that out the whole time. That's also why there's sort of been a little thing on the right. Anyway, at any time you can press the Z button and get meta options in that sense. It's a really cool device. I rather like the Game Boy player. That's probably also because I really like Game Boy Advance games, and being able to play them with a real controller in my hands feels really great. Anyway, first up for bonus content is the coffee videos.
Now, we got, like, what, like 1 or 2 coffees through normal playthrough?
I think we got 3. Because I remember having... I mean, think of the items that we got.
Wait, because
we got the Greed Wallet,
the
bonus ring, yeah. We got those 3. So we must have done this 3 times.
We gotta make more coffee. We gotta make all the coffee.
Oh yes. More coffee is required. Coffee and ghosts. Like, this little subset of the game really plays into things that I like. I mean, I like coffee, and I like ghosts. So, like a professor of ghosts who runs a coffee shop and then lets you make coffee that gives you permanent stat upgrades, I like this.
I don't know if I like the giant Game Boy, though. That's a little off.
The Game Boy horror?
Yeah.
That falls in from the ceiling.
We destroyed the ghost with coffee.
He enjoyed the coffee so much that he ascended into heaven, having completed his...
We destroyed the ghost.
Ascended into heaven.
Well, we got the magic triangle. Magic triangle. That's
yes.
definitely great.
1/3 of a yet greater force. We call it the 1/3 force.
Ah. The 1/3 force. You can probably still get a lot done.
Yeah, in case you
just 1/3 of a
in case you weren't reading the thread or didn't know about this, the game was originally going to have little cameos from different characters throughout Nintendodom, and so that little piece was actually the Triforce, and Link was going to come in and take a coffee and give it to you. Similarly, all the other items, most of them got renamed. But they all got, you know, character taken away, replaced with these little things with Professor Horror Person.
Professor Glasses.
What's his?
What's his name?
I don't know. Medibot, you're better at these things.
Larry. It's Larry.
It's not Larry. Larry was the Koopa kid that I couldn't remember, and then remembered a different
Professor
Koopa kid.
Egad.
Egad. That's right. Oh, right, because that's sort of a naming convention among Mushroom Kingdom toads. How they have, like, Min Tea and something such and such tea, and then the others have, like, A this, A that, whatever. So he's Egad.
Yeah. He's not a toad, though, I think.
Probably not. Although, Princess Toadstool, mostly human-looking, is she really a mushroom? Who knows?
No, definitely a fungus. But more coffee.
Indeed. So my point is, all these little items that you get were, you know, they're all based on some other Nintendo character. The Power Grip was Samus coming in. The Excite Spring, there was a little Excite Bike guy who would drive by. The Greed Wallet was Wario's item. Although why he would give that to you, I have no idea. Captain Olimar had one. I have never played Pikmin, so I don't know what his, like, thing would be there.
It's like... Would it be the necktie?
He does sort of have a little necktie. It's made of cobalt? That's kind of spacey.
It's made of metal.
Although, considering what the cobalt necktie does, I'm not sure Olimar would be... You know what? He can have honorary stash. That's what's up.
The cobalt necktie is the best item in the game, by far. You know why? Because it doubles your stash points.
I don't know, man. Great for us for the daily
Second
double.
best item. Okay, it's a tie. It's a
I'll-
tie.
It is a tie.
You wear both of them like you would a tie, so it's a tie.
Okay, there's Teehee Espresso. It doesn't matter what order you do them in. It's just whenever you make a new one, you get these little events and you get the special items. This is the only way to get any item that goes in that item slot. You have to.
If you never make coffee, you won't even know you have an accessory
Yeah,
slot.
they don't even tell you. There's like, what? Those menu options don't appear. Oh, the Game Boy Horror SP. That's his, actually. So EGAD was among the original 7, but they're like, you know what? It's his coffee shop. We should make it all about him. You know, for better or worse. Honestly, I think worse. This game could stand to have a few cameos from good characters. Or more Popple. Like, throw Popple in here doing that. He would be so great.
This coffee's pretty good, see? Maybe I can give you a little something in return, see?
So he throws his portrait up there. Doesn't really do anything, just sort of signifies that you've gotten all 7 different kinds of coffee and all 7 items.
Now to never make coffee again.
Well, let's take a quick look at him. I have the Greed Wallet equipped, which we've been using for the whole time. This Game Boy Horror SP. It says always get rare items, and it's not kidding. You defeat an enemy and you get their rare drop. Just guaranteed. Cobalt Magnetitable Stash, Power Grip lets you never drop the hammer. Great Force is the Inquisitor's Flail. And Excite Spring. We sort of did that before. Yeah, you hold the...
It gives you ups.
Yeah, you hold the jump on defense and you, like, float a little bit.
Yeah, it's like,
Medibot did
like
that,
what Luigi did in Mario 2.
Medibot did that in the previous video. This is money-making game. This is where you get both of the Bros moves. That's one of the things that can happen. You spend your money, 500 coins, smash a rock, get nothing. That's 1/3 of the time you get nothing. 1/3 of the time you get 800 coins. This is money-making game number 2. I already went back and got the one for the first Bros move. You know, the first one is exactly the same as this, except, like, the scroll is red instead of green because you're getting a Mario Bros attack rather than a Luigi Bros attack. So I figured it wasn't really worth showing both. It was worth showing the full trip, though, from start to finish, playing the money making.
Definitely do not reset the game if you lose at this. That's cheating.
It's total cheating. Besides, they throw money at you so much. Well, I mean, we've also been using the Greed Wallet for the whole thing, but they throw money at you when you collect money. When you go out of your way to get more money, you collect it. I also wanted to show this. This is Cyclone Bros, the regular one, and we get the advanced move. But this one is special because Luigi is the one recognizing that there's something going on. And
I've got a great idea.
I just don't remember that happening before. Even with Luigi's other Bros moves, it was Mario who was like, I got it! And then you sit there and discuss. I figure we're on to other things, so I should get a different frame out.
We're in
Outer space seems pretty good for what we're doing here. First activity of which is showing off our Bros moves. So Luigi's gonna intentionally whiff here. There we go. Because we want to keep these enemies alive and not immediately kill them. Even though,
except that one.
I didn't really need to do that. Anyway, Swing Bros is one of the bonus moves. You have to hold down the button as Mario and then release at a certain time. And then you flick Luigi and then Luigi jumps back. And then for the advanced version, which is what you just saw, the rest of that happens. It's not... I mean... The reason you were seeing level 1 of it right there is because it's just not very...
It is super hurting. Whoa! Why do you take 37 damage, Kaz?
Ah! I took 37 damage instead of the regular, like, 9 or 8 or whatever, because I had the defense debuff. So there was a little square and pointing down. The fire will do that. Of course...
Well, that's okay. You're back up.
Yes, but this is a glitch we discovered. See, you know, I'm doing fine now because I'm not taking damage. But when I died with the defense debuff on, it became permanent. So this is later in the same fight. I still have the secret defense down. And oh wow, look at that!
Yeah, I'm taking 41 to my 12. I mean, I know I'm built for toughness, but that's kind of ridiculous.
But that was still well more than I should have been taking. I took more damage from this attack. I took more damage from these attacks. It's like
it confused us for the longest time.
We're like, because you know, I wasn't really paying attention to the numbers. I would just like suddenly be dead, and I'm like, wait a minute. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to take more hits than that. Anyway, just damage. We couldn't keep up. It was ridiculous. Look at all this. 30s and 45s. So of course it eventually takes us down. Yeah, like I was saying about Swing Bros, it's too complex a move for not enough damage, so it's kind of dumb and we don't use it.
Terrifying.
But, you see, we can work this the other way around.
Okay, Kaz. I have a new plan. I have a new strategy for the next time we go into that fight. Well, let's do lots of damage.
Let's. I've equipped the Mush Badge AA. Let's take a look at that again. In fact, both of us have. Luigi's wearing the double stash. Mush Badge AA increases attack power based on the number of plain old mushrooms you have, which it's very easy and cheap to just buy 99. Oh, you can also buy the badge. You just go to Mushroom Town at the end game, and they have it for sale. It's not even that expensive. You get 2 of them. I really wish we had done this in the first place, but then you probably wouldn't have seen any of the bosses at all. Let's take a look at what the I equipped the daily double for this one, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We both have double mechanisms of some capacity.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's how this goes.
Of course, I am rubbish at the advanced command for this.
Nah, that's okay.
Well, you're done.
I mean, you can get
out.
If you do Mario's part perfectly, you can get 7 hits out of the regular one, and then the advanced one is an 8.
No.
So we didn't even do that.
No,
that well.
We did it comparatively poorly, and we still just had enough numbers to make it work really well.
It's all in the wrists.
So that's the first part of the Bowletta fight done in one move.
Now it is time to get our revenge, using exotic magics.
I forget which order I cut this in. Eyeing the peppers, so... Right. I don't have the Great Force equipped for this one, but we do that next time.
Right, you've got the, I think it's Excite Spring.
Yeah.
So she inks for me, which is great, because what just really needs to happen is for Mario to get a turn and to eat a red pepper.
I need to eat red peppers. Red peppers are a rare drop from certain enemies, and they make you heavy, and they increase your POW. Well, now I have a POW increase on, and I've just died. Which makes it permanent!
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
See, it's a good glitch, because it cuts both ways.
So, I mean, if the peppers didn't exist, I would be like, oh, terrible glitch! Oh, it's so game-breakingly bad! And we were really, really upset at it when we discovered it in the first place, to our own detriment. But I'm not satisfied with that, so I'm going to continue taking damage. Maybe not from this if I can help it, because if this applies the defense down, I really don't want that. But you can see me kicking my feet a little bit. That's the Excite Spring action. 99 on the counterattack.
Hey,
when we did that fight the first time, we were
some more peppers?
Yeah. more peppers. Yes. I actually don't know if this did anything.
No, neither do I.
But I know for a fact that the defense one did. Like, green peppers will make you lighter and boost your defense. So I have my permanent POW up, my temporary POW up, and now my temporary defense up. So I just need to turn that permanent and I'll be all good. Oh, the lightness and heaviness counter each other out too, so you just swap both peppers. But this is really fortunate though, she's powered up her head, so I'm going to take a ton of damage from this even though I have the defense up. Which, honestly, I don't know why. I'm only barely aware of how the attack and defense numbers really stack up in this game. Oh yeah, that's what Chopper Brothers looks like when you have an absurd amount of attack power, by the way.
Your tiny hits that are normally dinging for 1, yeah, you get 2 digits out of those. 2 digits each named 6.
2 digits that are both 6. You see, at this point, she can't even, like, I want her to kill me, almost. She can't. It's like, oh, the attacks are doing 1 damage. Maybe I should just be happy and get another Chopper Bros off or something. Honestly, I think if we had done this one correctly, she would just be dead.
Yeah, I think this,
You see, up to this point, I had been button mashing all day, so I'm like, enough! And I can only get, you know, I'm out of devils at that point. We're running on empty. Yes, okay.
It's you for a massive 6.
Just enough damage to kill me. Then you get an easy counter rather than a difficult one. She's kind of... And the hands. Ugh. I still really don't like that the hands get to act immediately upon being revived. It's like, oh, by the way, extra turns out of nowhere. I get my monsters back and an extra turn. Absurdity. Anyway, at this point, with Mario revived again, I now have permanent power and defense bonus.
This is pretty good. I mean, consider that with the Great Force, that makes you take double damage, and the defense boost to a giant, nasty-ass energy ball that was tagging you for 6.
Yeah, the one that had, what, done 50 to me?
Oh yeah.
Previous setup.
So now we just need a Chopper Brothers stuff. Okay.
Yeah, again.
We got this.
Drawing it out.
We got this. I'll just Cyclone Brothers both the hands away.
That hit her head.
Yeah, I guess it did.
You were tall enough to get her... Oh. Well, whatever. I wonder why it is... I mean, aside from just making the fight harder, I wonder why it is that they didn't make that giant orb thing like all the others that the other bosses have had.
So, another 18,000 damage to the head, and the head is exposed again. Hopefully, we'll be able to tag the head successfully next time Mario's turn comes around, and we can get our revenge properly. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I ponder the merits of taking out the head again, but decide to do a normal jump instead of a knockback others. Now, okay, you got these guys.
Yeah, this should be all she wrote. I missed.
You missed.
I missed.
Kaz, don't do that. We're on a schedule here, Kaz. Don't do that. My hit points are getting suspiciously low.
That's okay, I'll take some hits. Yeah.
Yeah. That fire that hit you for 40 before? What?
1!
Oh. This is great. My speculation is that it's just the code that involves the buff and debuff effects wearing off after a certain number of turns gets messed up. if the character dies.
I think this is the most appropriate way to take her out. Headless.
There we go.
Yeah.
38,000 damage, final boss over.
And you get to see her explode twice.
Explosions.
Vibrate, vibrate, blah. It's a really great effect. Okay, so we're doing another thing. This time without the glitch, but just with regular items that on a normal playthrough you would probably just sort of go back and find. Which is to say, Mush Badge AA and the Great Force. Wait, which one was Great Force in the sequence?
It was like 4?
It was 4 or 5. But, yeah. No, it was probably 4th.
Yeah.
I bet in a normal playthrough you could get 4 coffees, just sort of like farting around and picking up beans wherever you find them.
Like maybe a little bit of going.
Yeah,
out
maybe
of your
like
way for extra
doing
rubies.
doing that. What's it? The minigame that had Geno in it, with all wood stuff.
Oh yeah,
tilted it.
the tilting machine.
Yeah, you play the tilt machine a little bit. That's pretty fun. Get a bunch of beans, but not too many. Don't score too well at those minigames, or you'll get a different kind of bean that you can get in other ways. It's the stupidest thing.
If you get a good score, you get some beans. If you get a great score, you get a lot of those beans. But if you get the best score, you get something entirely different that's completely worthless. This is what it looks like when you get a whole lot of hits, is you actually get that nice little blur effect. And you can see how each of those were, 150 damage, we whiffed the advance, and we don't care. We don't care. We can whiff all the moves we like. We're made of numbers, and numbers are the weakness of every enemy in this game. Because they all have numbers.
Yeah, in case we hadn't said it enough before, the Great Force doubles the damage that you give and take. So it's a high-risk, high-reward item.
It's the daily double.
Really, it's only a risk item if your enemy has, like, attacks that can get you. Which, Cackleta's Soul does. So it's an actual choice.
Dodge.
I mean, it's a choice that starts with nuts. Ultra nuts.
Step 1, you get nuts, but not just any nuts. So, this, you've seen these attacks a thousand times before, we don't have to explain it. But this is, like we said, without peppers, this is just going in at around level 39. Which I don't think is an excessive level for this fight at all.
Yeah, I mean, really...
I think we originally did it at 37 or 38.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same level that we had before. I think I just sort of inadvertently gained 2 levels while I was out collecting things.
Yeah, we were, practicing those moves.
Yeah.
And such like. So we're hitting for infinite damage.
Oh, you're right. The Great Force, like the Greed Wallet and the Experience Ring, applies to both bros, regardless of which one has it equipped. Yeah.
I think the Cobalt Necktie does too, it just does nothing.
Well, I don't know. Because it actually made your numbers go up. Like, the Luigi stash point value went up, but the Mario one didn't.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't know if that actually does anything.
Kaz, get up.
I know, well, I mean, the Great Four is taking extra damage. I remain terrible
Why
at
do I
dodging.
even let you out of the house carrying that thing around?
Tired of this boss fight already.
I know.
Done it so
You get
many
it,
times.
you can spin your arms around and you can make fire spin around.
And at this
too.
point, I even know about the thing with the eyes, and I still can't do it. Also, my button stops working. Like, lift the hammer. No. No, I don't wanna. Hey, this time.
The other thing about the Great Force is that it amplifies the range of your damage a lot. You saw, like, before I was counter-hitting for around, like, 70 or 80, but that time I counter-hit for in the vicinity of 150.
Yeah. Like, I think that they
I don't know if it's a timing concern or if it's just, other goofiness.
I don't know. I think it's something to do with the where they put the multiplier in. Like, they're effectively scaling up the variance as well as the number itself. Sort of a significant figures thing, physics.
There we go.
So
there's the Chopper Brothers with the 3-digit